County Bar Association, Kids in Law program. He recently completed his bachelor's program in psychology and has received his training as a life coach at the Living Purpose Institute with additional coach training through the Fowler Wainwright Institute. He's a 2010 graduate of the Simi Valley Leadership Program and has been a keynote speaker for numerous organizations where his focus on life choices and self-esteem issues. His focus is on life choices and self-esteem issues. Please give a warm welcome to Gregory.
Good morning again, everybody. So the first question is, how many of you have used a life coach? You. Good. One of the important things to understand with a life coach is that the great thing about a life coach is a life coach doesn't tell you what to do. A life coach should never tell you what to do. What a life coach does is ask you questions. All the training that I went through was learning how to listen and ask questions. And by asking those questions, we find out from you what it is that you're really looking for. What I love to do is help people. And over the years, obviously, I've been involved in the community, and I love doing that. I've had a few people say, Greg, you're doing all this stuff, but you're not making any money. And I say, well, Mom and Dad, I'm trying. But I do that because I love to help people. I love to see people succeed. We're all here. Why? Because we're working with other people. We're looking for help to get our business going. And that's what a life coach does. A life coach, in a way, becomes your cheerleader and your boot kicker. Because you need to get to a certain goal that you want to have, and there are steps to that goal. And how do you do that? One step at a time. A lot of times, people become overwhelmed and can't figure out how to get past a roadblock in their life. I can help you with that by focusing on what it is that you really want and what it is that you need to do to make those changes. So think about that. The best athletes have a coach. Best speakers have coaches. I use a life coach. Because it all comes down to not everything can be done just by you. That's why you're here, because you can't do it all yourself. So you look for help. And you should never be afraid to ask for help, because that's what helps you grow. My father used to tell me when I was young, learn from others' mistakes because you don't have time to make them all yourself. And he's right. By observing and watching others and learning and connecting with other people, you learn things. You become more informed in your choices. And that's what really matters. When you have a stumbling block, sometimes it's like, I don't know how to get past this. What do I do? An outside person that isn't involved in the drama of that situation will have a clear aspect of how to ask you questions that get you past that. That's what the key is how to get past some of those things. How to find your path. A lot of times life coaching works with women in their 40s and 50s who their kids have grown up, they've done their career work to support the family, now they want to do what they love. What is it I love? Well, sometimes they need to figure that out. And by asking them the right questions, you find out what that is. And then we set goals. And I don't set your goals, you set your goals. And then we look at how you're accomplishing those goals. And what I do is it's important to support you, so as your cheerleader, if you say, in the next 3 weeks, I'm going to do these 4 things. So in 3 weeks when we get together again, we look at it and you say, well, I only got 2 done. I'm going to celebrate the 2 that you got done because that is an accomplishment. If I want to get from here to that back door, and it takes 30 steps to do that, if I take 1 step at a time, I have to get to the goal. It may not be the time frame that I was looking for, but I will get to the goal as long as I take steps. So I will celebrate the 2 things that you accomplished. And then we'll discuss, why didn't you accomplish the other 2 things? Life gets in the way. Kids get sick. Job requires overtime. All kinds of things come into play in life. Life is always challenging. So we look at what those things are, and maybe you decided after do these 4 things and realize that there was a lot more involved in that. So you need more time. So we set new goals. And then I hold you to those goals. Because that's what it takes to keep you moving forward. That's what it's about. Now, for leadership coaching, I also do leadership coaching. Obviously, I've been involved in enough organizations. I have a general idea of leadership. And what I try and help people to do is, again, is to connect with people. That's what we do here. It's all about people. How many of you have had a manager that wouldn't listen to you? You had great ideas and great things to do for the company, but they wouldn't listen. Because they're a manager. And why is that? Typically, because if they think that you know more than them, they're threatened in their job. But if you manage from below and support your people, the job of a manager is to give their people the tools necessary to do their jobs and to support them in being able to do their jobs. If I support my people and stand behind my people, they will go the extra mile for me. And they have. When I worked in the corporate world, I didn't have a problem with people. I was very fortunate that I was taught how to work with people from a vice president when I first got into management. I think I was like 25. And he said, I'm going to teach you how to work with people. Now, back in 1978, when I did this, there was no teaching leadership. But that's basically what he was doing, was teaching leadership. And leadership is working with people and being open to ideas. Because that's where your success is. When you network with people here, they give you ideas and thoughts, and you're open to that. And that's what helps your business grow. And that's what makes you a great leader in your business. So all of that helps you. So as a leadership coach, I can help you in those areas as well. I do seminars, mostly on self-esteem, because everybody faces self-esteem issues. Everybody, at some point. Some it's more extreme, some it's a little bit of waves. But it's like life is like a roller coaster. Peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. And the important thing to remember is that when you're in that valley, don't build a condo. Keep going. Okay? Keep going. Someone walked up to a priest and said, I'm going through hell right now, what do I do? And the priest said, keep going. Don't stay in hell. Keep moving. So as a life coach, and a leadership coach, and for my seminars, I teach people to keep going. Because that's what makes the difference. So for me, I'm looking for people in all walks of life. If you've got a simple challenge, I've had coaching sessions that took only 3 or 4 sessions. In a month and a half, the issue was accomplished. I've had coaching where I've coached a person for almost a year because it was a long-term goal. So if you have some little stumbling block in your personal life, career, social, community, family, we can help. Seymour Solutions, helping people find their path. Thank you.
We have time for questions if you want to take a couple questions. Does anybody have any questions?
I have a question. Do you go into companies at all now and help managers with their
I'm looking
staff?
to do that. I just completed putting together a leadership package, training package. So I'm looking at trying to do that.
And what is your next program where it's going to help?
The next one is July 27th. It'll be at the Senior Center. I'm doing it to the Rancho City Park and Rec. And I have one scheduled for them September and November. And I did one just last month.
And what time is it?
10 to 12 on Saturday morning.
It's not a question, but it's a shout out. I did a hypnotism show for Andreas Adams. Many of you remember, for his wife. And I was just delighted because Gregory was the opening act doing walk around magic and doing a tremendous, he really built the audience up for me. He is a tremendous speaker and he's got so many talents. It scares me.
Gregory, can you help us find a husband?
Actually, I'm working with one right now that's looking to get into a relationship. So I have something with that.
Thank you.
I'm right here.
He is already a husband, but he's right there.